What's going on, guys? So today we're working on the Yamaha Rhino 660 again. So the other day I noticed that one of the axle boots, the inner axle boot that connects to the differential on the back, had a tear in it. Well, not surprising, you know, we're in a very dry ass climate, so, you know, things wear out. So today what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pull this rim and tire off, and we're gonna fix that. But I don't think it's gonna be all that difficult of a job. Let me flip you around. And I mean, I've never done one on a UTV before, but I've done them on cars. So let me flip you around. Let me just show you what my idea of what's gonna happen, and then we'll see if it works out that way. All right, so we are at the back here. So it's not that boot, that's the outer boot. It is the inner boot, right? So this shouldn't be all that hard. From what I'm seeing here, it looks like if I take this rim and tire off, and then I take this nut and bolt out and that nut and bolt out, I feel like I can pull out that whole knuckle. All right, so it went kind of according to plan. So I did take out the 2 bolts. I just bent that up so it'd kind of be out of the way. It was like flopping right here. 2 bolts, took those out, and then just grabbed it, and it brought the whole thing with it whenever I yanked on it. So I got to get over there. I got some wire snips. Let's go over there and I'll tell you what I'm gonna do. All right, so I'm gonna cut this metal band, and so I can get all this off, so I can, and then I have a towel so I can clean all that shit up. There's a safety ring there, so I'm gonna need to get, I might actually be able to do this with my fingernail. Yeah, pretty close. I'm gonna get a flathead screwdriver, pull that out, and this whole unit will slide right out. First of all, you got to get this clip out, and it sits down in that little recess right there. Once you get that out with a flathead, it's real easy, okay? This just slides off just like that, okay? And then you got this C-clip right here that goes on the end of the shaft. And once you get that off, you can tap it off lightly with a rubber mallet or something. So like, it only goes on one way too, so don't worry about putting it on backwards. All right, now, if all of these ball bearings fall out and you have to rebuild it, it only goes on one way, like I said, and you want this lip to be recessed, okay? See in there, there's that little lip that C-clip holds this piece on with. I took that one off because I'm gonna go ahead and just replace both boots. I got it apart, so why the hell not? So I'm not gonna pull this out. I'm just going to take the boot, and I am going to slappeth some new grease in here, and then it'll go on as such. Boop. New clamps. We'll clamp that down, and then I will put the other boot on as such. Put the grease down in it. I'm actually going to put grease down in here too, because I did clean that out. That was the boot that was broken and probably had dirt in it. So that's why I'm not doing that one, but I am doing that one, because this one didn't have any cracks. Anyway, boot on, and then you'll put your little bearing here on. You C-clip it back on there so that it doesn't come off, right? And then you stick this in on top of there. Put your little C-clip, or put your little clip in there so that it doesn't come off again, and then you do you pull your boot up, and then put your clamps on, and we literally just put it back on the UTV. It's that easy, guys and gals. All right, so the same crimpers that I use for my PEX pipe connections, looks like it's the same jazz here, and you just try to squeeze it over and then bend this tab over so that little, see that hook? It'll hook down in that hole, and then whenever you crimp it here, crimps it tight. All right, as you can see there, it's nice and crimped. I held that down with my finger, like I said, crimped it, and then it was still kind of tabbed up a little bit, so I just took the end of the screwdriver and bent it down the rest of the way. So that's good to go. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna crimp this side with this one and go on to moving and building the rest of that. I'll be back. Okay. Boot on. Okay. Now I'm gonna have to get I actually just used a little punch and that hammer right there and just gently tapped it until it seated All right, and as you can see, I got the C-clip on there. So now we'll be putting that on there and the retainer. I'm gonna call that the retainer clip. Yeah. All right, got goop down in there. Let's get it. All right, it was pretty easy to just get it over the axle shaft, obviously, and I just pushed it in with my fingers. It was real simple. So now we'll just be sliding this forward and connecting the two bands, those two metal bands that tightened it down. Anyway, let me get those done and then I will show you it finished. I'll be back. All right, getting it back in the rear end is pretty easy. Obviously it's splined, so you have to finesse it a little bit and make sure that you get the splines lined up correctly, or you'll just be doing nothing, right? You pissing in the wind. So I made sure the splines were in the right spots. I grabbed left hand, right hand, left hand, right hand on the where these bolts go through, connecting to these control arms here, and just gave it like the good old umph push, right? And it snapped in just fine. You can see it's in there flush and everything. All right, so now I got to put these caps back on here. They're like these dust caps. Ooh, no, don't do that. I got to put these dust caps back on there, and then I can literally put the bolts through it and throw the tire back on, and we are done, folks. All right, rims back on. She's on. She's on. She's on, y'all. All right, well, it's done. All right, peace.